I'm Shadow Scythe, and today we're going to be doing another In the Know video following DevStream 98. Now, the thing with DevStream 98 is I'm not 100% sure if this will be the last one before the Plains of Eidolon or if there will be one more. They showed some gameplay from it, which is looking rather promising. As well as, infestation defense, eh? Yeah, the Plains is looking rather promising. They showed some new, or some more things and changes that they made. There were some changes to Hawk's Anvil. He's got like a little store type thing that is based off of a standing system that we're already used to, featuring the same type of system that we already use with the syndicates. Now, I'm going to be jumping back and forth with how I'm talking about this, so just a fair warning. But as far as the Eidolons themselves, as they've stated before, it's going to be, those are more so going to be for the end game players and those that are kind of up there with skill level and everything else. But the Eidolons themselves, fighting them as a Warframe alone will not work. You won't do any damage. The way that they explained it, the only way that you will be able to do damage to the Eidolon is with the little chain combo thing between the combat operator mode and your Warframe. And the combat operator mode is only unlockable if you've already completed the War Within. I do have an asset of what the guy is called, as well as a picture of the Eidolon itself. And for those of you that go to fight the Eidolons, do note that they are geared more towards AoE damage instead of a single target. So that's just something that you want to keep in mind.
Let's go on the offensive.
They've added a new mining feature as well on top of the already existing fishing feature that they added, or that they showed off at TennoCon. And the way that the mining works is you've got this tool similar to like a codec scanner that'll show you the pattern, because what you need to do is, well, it'll show you the pattern when you actually zoom in, and what you have to do is memorize and then trace that pattern with the laser in order to acquire the resources. Then they also have a kind of like just a random event alert type deal, similar to the public events that you'd be familiar with if you play a game like Destiny, where just at random you'll have these events that show up for different loot, all that kind of good stuff. And the thing with those events is those events also serve as a kind of like a checkpoint marker. So like any bit of mining and fishing that you do, then if you go through and complete one of those, it saves your progress and your rewards and everything, and that'll automatically all be stored to where instead of you having to trudge your way all the way back to Cetus, which is very useful, especially for those of you that spend a lot of time out in the plains, because the farther away from Cetus you get, the more difficult the enemies become. As far as any new stances, they are shipping a single sword stance, a polearm stance, a dual sword stance, and either a dual dagger or a single dagger stance with the Plains of Eidolon when it comes out. Still no set date on as to when that will be, though. And then as far as the glass frame will be obtainable through a quest in the Plains of Eidolon, which you would talk to... I don't even remember the guy's name now. You remember that guy that they talked to about the quest to help out, or the little mission to help out the people of Cetus? You talk to him. You would talk to him to get the quest, as well as you talk to him to get the job board, which has a variety of different rewards for both new players as well as veteran players. Just based on the rewards and the levels, you'd be able to tell which is geared to who. They have a vendor for your pet cosmetics, which has cosmetic pieces for your Kubros and Kavats that haven't been seen in the market itself. I've got an image for that showing both the Vernier version and a feral version of the Kubro. There was also progress shown with the Mag Deluxe skin. I've got an asset for that. It's very metallic based, and it actually has like these little rings in between the shoulder and elbow joints that if the image if I had like a GIF file instead of a still image, these little rings actually move and spin, which was actually pretty cool to see. But as it stands, that is probably going to be shipping with the Plains of Eidolon itself. They did a lot of housekeeping, and they showed some other stuff, like some of the different armors that would be obtainable for your operator, and that certain cosmetic items would actually have you would have the ability to slot arcanes into them. However, these arcanes are special to help turn your operator into like this warrior. And these arcanes are actually craftable, and you get the blueprint for them from the Eidolon Hunter whenever you find them. Now, as far as the rest of the arcane system, they did say that the Plains of Eidolon is going to force them to have to rework it, which I'm a little curious to see how they're going to do that, especially since they're already reworking the focus system as is. Like, all the pre-existing nodes that we're familiar with, those are going away and being replaced. The overall functionality, like the way you get your points and the individual schools, those are all still there, but the focus system is being reworked to help prepare your operator more so as a warrior instead of the little emo child hiding in the back of a ship. Which I do have an asset for pretty much everything that or for what they put up as far as the focus rework goes, which was more or less just a kind of like a this is what you're going to need to know type deal. And if my memory is serving me correctly, that is about all that I've got for you guys today. Oh, one more thing, actually. They will be doing a Twitch drops thing on PC when, or just a Twitch drops thing when the Plains of Eidolon drops on PC, where you'll get different rewards based on these challenges that anyone streaming Warframe happens to unlock. And there are certain challenges that will be specific to partners and designated streamers that they can unlock as well for special rewards. However, to qualify for any of these, you have to spend an accumulative hour watching these Warframe streams. They said that they would be posting more info on that on, I believe, their subreddit and possibly the forums. But now that is definitely everything that I've got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe. If not, then be sure to check out some of the other videos on my channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and player.me for all news related to YouTube, Twitch, IRL, all that good stuff. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.